Classy, classy, real classy.
It just won't stop. It go bottom, boot up, boot up.
What's good, Mrs. YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you are not new here. If you are, go ahead and subscribe. So today's video is going to be short but informational, informative, whatever you want to say. So I'm about to talk to you guys about getting your license and your permit and all that stuff when you're 15, 16, okay? So I just recently got my license like 2-3 weeks ago, and I haven't had it for very long, but I do know a lot about the process. If you don't live in the state of Georgia, I'm sorry, but that's where I live, so that's where I have the most information on. Some of this might still apply to like out of state places, but I don't know for sure. You'd have to look up the rules for your state. But in the state of Georgia, you have to be 15 to get your permit, which is just so that you can learn to drive and all of that stuff. And then you have to be 16 to get your license. But then there are requirements to get your license, just as there are to get your permit. So, for your permit, in order to get your permit, you have to basically take like a little computer test. It's called the written test. How to study for that, they have an app. It's like a little green app. I'm gonna show it to you guys because it's all about show and tell, ladies. Let me stop. Okay, sorry if y'all hear like yelling. Yeah, I'm just gonna say sorry. Okay, so this is the app. It's a little red app. Sometimes it's a green app, but this is the best app to use because those questions actually show up on the test, okay? I'm trying to talk over the yelling, but I know y'all hear it. So basically, I took that on the way to getting my test. I'm not even gonna cap to you guys, or I don't know if y'all know what cap means. Cap means like flex or like lie or whatever. But I'm not gonna cap to you guys. I failed that test the first time, but usually when you take the test, it's I think it's like 20 questions. It stops you when like you miss the most. So I think the lowest you can get is like an 80, and then like once you miss that last question, it stops you mid-test. Well, mine didn't stop until the end because I missed the very last question, which meant I could not get my permit. So if you don't make it the first day, you can come back the second day, but after that you have to wait a while. I don't remember how long, but I know you can't like just come back again and get it again. So thank God I got it the second time. But yeah, so basically you just walk in, you feel me, you take the test. The roads test or the science test was like the easy part. It was like the scenario test that really got me because yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, you have to, in the state of Georgia, y'all, I'm speaking just for Georgia. I don't know anything else about any other place besides Georgia. In the state of Georgia, you have to have your license or permit for a year and a day. So people get, oh my gosh, y'all, let me tell y'all my biggest pet peeve. If your birthday is like in August and you get your license in May, I'm gonna be mad at you personally because like why would you wait that long and then be complaining about how you don't have a ride to this place? Like shut up and get out of my face, because you could have been had your license. Like I hate when people I hate when I get my license before people who are older than me get theirs, and but they be the main ones complaining about, oh, they want to go here, they want to go there. Like shut up and sit down. But anyways, okay. So sorry if I keep waving this brush around. Stop it. Okay, so yeah, so when you have your permit, you take a test at school in your health class. It's called the ADAPT. I think it's called Alcohol, Drug, and Awareness Program. You have to pass that test in order to get your license. You also have to take 6 hours of driving with an instruction teacher. That's what I think it is, but my friend told me that wasn't correct. But I took 6 hours with a driving instructor, which I recommend. Like I feel like you should do that because it literally, like, I would not know how to drive if I didn't do that instruction, because that lady taught me how to parallel park, how to back to park spot, how to do all that stuff. So I really appreciated that because, yo, I'm gonna get into the test. But yeah, and then you have to have, I think, 30 hours of class time. I had 36 hours because I started going the day after Christmas last year, and I went for 4 days straight, and it was 9 to 5. It was a lot. It was a lot. And you had to pass tests. The class was not hard at all. It's nothing that you need to study for, I feel like. It was super, super easy. Yeah, you just have like little, I think it's like 17 lessons or maybe 21 lessons, and they just go through it each day. You do get lunch break and stuff like that, depending on if you take the online or in class. I took the in class, clearly. So yeah, I had my license for a year and a day, and I literally got, okay, so if you know that you're going to get your license very, very close, don't do this until after you've done the driver's ed and you got the certificate and you passed the test and all that stuff, because it won't make any sense. Call your nearest DMV and schedule your appointment. I had an appointment for May 29th. I scheduled that appointment back, like, I think I scheduled that appointment back in like mid-April, because y'all, they get booked up really, really quick. So you have to schedule it ahead of time if you want that exact date. If you don't mind waiting, then schedule it whenever you want, but that's a tip. So yeah, I had it for a year and a day, and then I went in like 2 days after my year and a day was up, and I took the test. Now let me tell you guys about the test. I can be really detailed about this because it's pretty much the same. So the test was so super easy for me. I got a 95 on the test, so yeah, I definitely could not get 100 because I murdered one of those cones, but you feel me, it's the thought that counts. Okay, so you go in and you basically bring all your paperwork. You have to go to, I meant to say, before you get your permit and your license, you have to go to your school front desk and get like a certificate of attendance to show like, hey, I'm in school. So yeah, you have to get that for both of them. So I had to do that. I had to pay for it. It's like $2-3 at my school. And yeah, y'all know some schools have free drivers. Okay, I'm sorry. Stay on topic, girl. Oh, I forgot to say, okay, another tip is that go online and see if your state has a grant for driver's ed, because I know Georgia does. So yeah, you can get driver's ed for free. That's what I did, because we saved all my money for a car. So yeah. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the test. So you go in, you feel me? I do morning. I prefer to do a morning one because the road is like freer in the morning depending on when you go. I think I went like a Tuesday morning. Like, if you're on the road at that time, go back home. Okay, my phone is actually about to die. I'm so glad my friend called me because I would not have seen that. Cute. Real cute. Okay, let's quickly finish this video. So, what was I saying? Okay, so after I went in, you feel me, did all that stuff, they keep your permit. I don't know why she kept my permit. It makes sense, to be honest, but like I kind of really wanted my permit back, but they kept my permit. So basically, your parent has to be in the car with you when they be like, oh, do your left blinker, all that stuff, because technically you still have a permit. You cannot be in the car by yourself, technically. So yeah, and then, you feel me, my mom got the car, she went inside. Y'all, it was raining when I took mine, so yeah. But then we drove down like to this little park where it was cones. Y'all, the day before, I went to the nearest DMV and I practiced in those cones, parallel parking, back into a parking spot, all that stuff. And I'm gonna have tips for parallel parking and back to a parking spot because I got y'all. So really quick, okay, so during my test, you feel me, I like, do not drive through the parking lot. Oh my gosh, do not drive through the parking lot. Always reverse out of your parking spot and then go the way that you like are supposed to be going. So I was about to drive through the parking spot, but you're not supposed to do that. That's illegal, apparently. So when you get to anywhere, even if it doesn't say stop on the ground, even if there's no line on the ground, stop. Girl, stop. Like, come to it, like, go like this before you move again, because they be quick to take off points. Oh, you yielded. Like, okay, sis, but did you die though? And that's what I did. Like, I'm literally at every single car, I let them go, I let them go, I let them go, because I have all the time in the world. So then I did the parallel parking. My parallel parking was literally so spot on. The only thing I got points taken off because when I was trying to get out, I got nervous and I hit the cone. But when you hit the cone, you cannot hear it. So you're not going, bah! No, you're not gonna hear that. You're just gonna keep bending and bending and bending. And I looked up in the rear view. I looked in the rear view. I said, oh, there goes the cone. And I pulled out. And then you reverse in a straight line, parallel park, and then you back into a parking spot. Y'all, when you back into a parking spot, literally go up so far past the spot. Like, be far away from the cone, like 4 feet. That's what my teacher told me. And then go up very far, like to the point where you can barely see the parking spot, and then curve that guy, because yeah. And then we went out onto the road. I just made a U-turn at the like intersection, and then I came back down, made a left, and boom, we were done and was back. Okay, so here's some tips for parallel parking back to a park spot and back into a straight line. So you back into a straight line, make sure that the wheel is straight, period. Do not turn the wheel anyway. Just literally just put your hand back there and like go. When you back into a parking spot, I just told you that. When you parallel park, you have to be 2 feet away and kind of use your own discretion. So like pull in to like where you can see the cone in the passenger window and then start turning it the other way to really cut that guy. But some cones are different, so just try your hardest not to hit the cones, but it's nothing to be nervous over at all, y'all. I literally got there, I stopped the car and she was like, you passed, you got 95. I was like, I got a what? A who? A where? A when? You know, but yeah. So hopefully this helped you guys who was asking me when I told you guys I got my license. Hopefully this helped you guys, because y'all was asking me about my license and I was like, I got y'all. So hopefully this helped, especially if you live in Georgia. Girl, this should have helped you to the max. Facts. All right, bye y'all.